Hey guys, back another quick video for you. Today I want to talk about fasting. Now, fasting is something I'm very passionate about. I like to think I'm well learned in it. I do it frequently. I've been doing it for a couple years now in different ways. And I believe fasting to be a general wellness tool, meaning that it can improve your health from your physical health to your mental health, spiritual, however you want to look at it. But I'm not your priest. I'm not your doctor. I'm not going to make any health claims in this video about fasting. I just want to talk about using it as a discipline tool. I think a lot of people are looking for things to add to their lives to make them more disciplined. The big trend of cold showers, of cold plunges, I think that's kind of rooted in this idea of, well, if I can do something really difficult for a couple minutes, then what else can I do? And I think that logic is sound, but I also think that things can be a lot easier and simpler than doing a cold plunge. I mean, how simple is it to not eat? It really doesn't get any easier than that, guys. When was the last time you went a full day without eating anything? Most of you probably have never done that. I know that until I made the conscious decision to give that a try, that had never happened once in my life, not that I can remember at least. Now, that's an incredible blessing. Food is very abundant now, much more so than any point in human history. And because of that, millions of people and children are saved from dying of starvation every single year. And that's an incredible blessing, and I believe we should be grateful for that. However, we can also get caught up in the reverse side of things. We can also become very gluttonous because of that. Now, not every single person is a glutton, of course, and I don't believe you have to view yourself that way. You don't have to view yourself as an overeater or anything like that to benefit from fasting, from taking a break from food. So, just two types of fasting I want to recommend real quick. The first would be a long term fast of just a restriction of your general diet. So, for example, do a fast for a couple weeks, maybe a month, of something like no animal products. For me, that has worked quite well. I did about 6 weeks with no meat. I did other animal products scattered here, some dairy, but for the most part, no pork, no beef, no chicken. I think we don't realize how much of this stuff we consume. Maybe you do. Maybe you're someone that tracks your calories, you track your macros, things like that. You're hyper aware of what you consume, and I think that's good. But there's something to be said about we don't realize how much of this stuff we consume, and I think just taking a break from it really puts things in perspective, and it can be rather difficult. So that's the first thing I'd recommend, just doing an extended time period. Start with a week maybe, and then kind of build up to a longer period of time of restricting something from your diet that you consume frequently, and it doesn't have to be bad for you. You can't really fast from junk food and things like that. I mean, you can, but the idea of fasting isn't to remove something that's bad for you. It's to remove something that's neutral or maybe even good for you, just to build the mental fortitude of that experience. You know, what is it like to live without these things that could be deemed a luxury, maybe non-essential, but something that we just take for granted? And the second kind of fast is just, a more traditional sense of the word, just not eating. If you've never done this before, maybe start with half a day and then build up to a day and then 36 hours. Don't get too technical on this. Don't get in your head about the hours. Well, I had a big meal at 9 p.m. and then, I got up the next morning and this and that. And then, so I really didn't fast. Don't do all that. Just wake up one morning, don't eat anything, go to bed. That simple. The simpler you can make this, the better. Like I said, it's supposed to be simple. It's an incredible simple idea. Don't eat anything. That's it. Point blank period. See what happens. See how you feel. Now, obviously, like I said, I'm not your doctor. If you're pregnant or battling an illness, you probably shouldn't do this. Okay? If you think that, going without food for an extended period of time could negatively impact your health because of certain things you're going through, then I wouldn't do it. Like I said, I believe fasting to improve your physical health. It shouldn't be something that makes you sick or makes you worse off than before. For the vast majority of people, going a day without eating, perfectly reasonable, perfectly doable. So yeah, that's it. I would recommend doing the restrictive fast. Do it for a week or so, see how you do, and then build up and maybe just try and take a day. Don't eat anything. See how you feel. Food's going to taste a whole lot better the next day. I'll tell you that. And you'll have a new relationship with it. You'll feel more grateful for the things you consume. And at the end of the day, you should consider yourself, well, if I can go a day without eating, what else can I go a day without? Can I go a day without, doing this thing I don't want to do? Can I go a day without drinking, without smoking, whatever it is you're trying to break, if you can go a day without eating, that's pretty hard to do. Most people can't do that. So if you can, you should be proud of yourself, and you should apply that to other aspects of your life. What else can you do? You're much more capable than you think you are.